Namaste, my dear children. Welcome back, welcome back. It's your favorite tutor here, and you know what? I am so excited to help you get absolutely ready for your exams.
I know. Exams are just around the corner. But hey, don't you worry one bit. We're going to revise this chapter, Our School, a Happy Place, so well that you'll feel super confident. So Cello, let's get started together.
Okay, so here's our game plan, our mission for today. First, we'll figure out what a green school really is. Then, we're all going to become school explorers. And as explorers, we'll take on special missions, as waste warriors, as resource savers, and finally, we'll talk about safety and kindness. Sounds like fun, right? Ready, team? Let's do this.
So our chapter kicks off with two friends, Asha and Mohit, and just like you all, they really love their school. Asha gets his brilliant idea to make their amazing school even better. She wants to turn it into a green school. But what does that even mean? What is a green school? Let's find out.
It's actually really simple. A green school is a school that cares about our planet, our Earth. It's a place where everyone, students, teachers, everyone, works together, to manage waste properly, save every single drop of water, use electricity carefully, and of course, make the whole campus beautiful and cool by planting lots and lots of trees. Easy peasy, right?
Now, for the really fun part, the book wants us to become school explorers. So I want you to imagine you're a detective, okay? But instead of solving some big crime mystery, your mission is to look around your own school and find clues on how to make it greener, safer, and even happier. And every good detective mission needs a special team, right? So you could be a waste warrior fighting the battle against trash, or a water watcher, making sure not a single drop is wasted, or maybe an electricity saver switching off those lights, or even a green guardian and a traffic tracker. Every single team has a super important job to do.
Okay, mission number 1. This is for all our waste warriors out there. Our goal, to understand how we can manage all the waste in our school. And listen, this is a very important topic, not just for our school, but for our entire country. So let's get ready to tackle the trash.
Are wah! Just look at all this stuff. We've got banana peels, plastic bottles, old newspapers, even bits of broken glass. That's a lot of different kinds of waste. So the really big question is, how do we sort all this? I mean, where does everything go?
And here we go. A very important question for your exams, so listen carefully. Can you tell me which color dustbin we should use for wet waste and which one is meant for dry waste? Come on, think hard. You see these bins every single day.
And the answer is so simple. Green is for gila katra, or wet waste, things like leftover food from your lunch, fruit peels, stuff like that. And the blue bin is for, you guessed it, dry waste, like paper, plastic wrappers, and empty bottles. Just remember, green for wet, blue for dry. If you remember this, you'll get full marks for sure.
This whole thing reminds me of something you all love. I bet you've seen those super cool DIY or best out of waste videos on Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts, right? Where people make these amazing pen stands from old bottles or decorations from old boxes. Well, that's called upcycling. It's just a really creative way of reusing things instead of just throwing them in the trash.
All right, mission accomplished, waste warriors. Let's move to our next big mission, becoming resource savers. Now, we're going to quickly revise how we can save super important things like water and electricity. Plus, I'll share a clever trick to keep our school nice and cool.
Okay, time to put on your science thinking caps. Here's a question for you. Have you ever wondered why painting a roof white can actually make the building feel cooler inside, but a black roof makes it feel hotter? It's not magic, I promise you. It's pure science.
So it all comes down to one single word: reflection. A black surface is like a sponge for sunlight. It just soaks up all the heat and gets really hot. But a white surface, well, it's like a mirror. It reflects the sun's heat away, which helps the building stay much cooler. See? And just like that, with a simple can of white paint, our school gets a superpower to fight the heat and save electricity on fans and ACs. How cool is that?
Now let's talk about water. You know that little tip, tip, tip sound from a leaking tap? It might not seem like a big deal, right? But listen to this. A single tap just dripping away can waste hundreds, maybe even thousands of liters of water in a year. That's like a whole water tanker just gone, drop by drop.
So what's the solution? Well, smart schools,
Green schools use amazing ideas like rainwater harvesting. Just look at this picture. See how they collect all the rainwater from the roof? They store it in big tanks to use later for watering the garden or for cleaning. This way, not a single drop of precious rain is wasted. And of course, we can't forget our green guardians. They have the most beautiful job of all, planting trees. Trees are literally our best friends. They give us cool shade to play under, they clean the very air that we breathe, and they make our school a happy little home for birds and butterflies.
Okay, everyone, we've talked a lot about being green, but to make our school a truly happy place, it also has to be safe and it has to be filled with kindness. This is our final mission. And you know what? It might just be the most important one.
Our safety mission starts the moment we reach the school gate. Look here, the zebra crossing, the traffic light, these things are all there to protect us. It is so important for us, and for all the drivers, to follow these traffic rules. It's the only way to make sure everyone can get to school and go back home safely.
Okay, now this is something we all must know by heart. If there's ever a fire, the #1 rule is do not panic. Stay calm and move quickly, but don't run, to the nearest exit. If you see smoke, remember the rule. Get down low and crawl, because the air is cleaner near the floor. And once you're safely outside, go straight to the assembly point. These simple steps can truly save lives.
This is such a beautiful line from your book. It basically says that our actions, the way we behave, speaks so much louder than our words. Being respectful and kind isn't just about saying please and thank you. It's really about how we treat each other every single day, in every little moment. And look, it's actually so simple. Just waiting patiently for your turn in the canteen line, using kind words when you talk to your friends, not scribbling on the desks, and putting your own wrappers in the dustbin. These small, everyday actions add up, and they create this big, wonderful feeling of happiness and respect for everybody in the school. So if there's one thing you should take away from this entire chapter, it's this. You, my dear children, have the power. Yes, each and every one of you. You have the power to save water, to reduce waste, to be kind to others, and to make your school the absolute best, greenest, and happiest place it can possibly be.
And before we sign off, here's a fun little question to think about. Imagine, if you were made the principal of your school for just one day, what would be the first 3 changes you would make to make it a happier, safer, and greener place? Give it some thought. All the very best for your exams, my dears. You are all going to do wonderfully. Bye for now.